Welcome to this short MedChemica MC Pairs training video. In this video we're going to describe how to input advanced filters into RuleDesign. The assumption being that you've already been introduced to the methodology behind the RuleDesign tool, you've inputted your problem molecule and goal for improvement, and now you're ready to set the advanced filters to define the compound suggestions you're interested in. Here's the RuleDesign page. We have our problem molecule inputted on the left, and we've selected our goal of increased solubility on the right. A useful way of reducing the RuleDesign output to only suggest compounds that pass your project criteria is to set filters here in the Advanced Filters section. Here we can find physical property filters and a substructure lock. In this video we'll cover the physical properties, while a guide to the substructure lock can be found in a separate video. Usefully, you can see the calculated physical properties for your input compound below the filter section. This includes molecular mass, C log P, the counts of hydrogen bond donors and acceptors, the counts for anions and cations, and the polar surface area. These provide a starting point for thinking about the restrictions we want to put on the output. So, we can select any of these filter tools as required and adjust the sliders to appropriate values. For example, if our input compound is about 400 Daltons, select molecular mass and adjust the slider so that any output compounds are a maximum of 500 Daltons. This means any modifications that involve the addition of atoms will only add chemical groups of up to 100 Daltons. Here we can set how many hydrogen bond acceptors are present in the suggested compounds. So, since we have 5 acceptors in our starting molecule, we may want to restrict the output to only include compounds with 5 or fewer acceptors. Or maybe we can tolerate the addition of 1 or 2 more acceptors, setting the filter to a maximum of 7. The hydrogen bond donor filter works in the same way. We can also set a range for our desired calculated log P. To set the molecular charge filter, it's important to check the anions and cations present in your input compound. In this example, we have 1 cation. If we want to receive suggestions with any charge states, we leave the molecular charge filter deselected. However, if we want the output to maintain a cation count of 1, we must set the charge to cation. If we want to remove the cation from the compound, we could set the charge to neutral. Of course, with our goal of increased solubility, it is likely that this would filter out most of the products, since this would enforce the removal of the basic nitrogen, a transformation for which it is unlikely that any data suggests an increase in solubility. However, enforcing the removal of the basic nitrogen may be useful for other goals. Similarly, the charge filter is useful if you have a neutral compound and don't want the addition of any anions or cations. We can also select polar surface area and adjust the slider to our desired range. Finally, we have the substructure lock. Tips for using this tool will be covered in a separate video. But briefly, this allows you to select the part of the molecule you want to focus the transformations. That completes this guide to setting the advanced filters on RuleDesign. For further support, please contact support@medchemica.com.